So this video is about printing, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at how we install a printer and also troubleshoot a printer. There's a lot more words in this lesson that give you more troubleshooting tips, but nevertheless we thought we'd better show you a video as well. So when you click on the Windows orb in the bottom left, you've got the control panel there and you have devices and printers. Let's first click on the devices and printers. You can see here that I have a section called Printers and Faxes, and I have a number of printers here installed. The grayed out ones means that they are unavailable. And what I can do is I can click on any of them and just remove them. It asks me if I am sure I want to remove it, and I just click yes, and it will remove it from the list. There we go. So the grayed out ones are printers that are offline. The icons that are in focus here, 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 are all printers that the Windows 7 can actually talk to at the moment. You will see one of them here has got a green tick. What that means is that's my default printer. Any software that wants to print will actually always try and first of all select this printer, seeing as it's the default. If I want to change the default, all I need to do is right click on any other printer and then click Set as Default Printer. And you will see the green tick moves. I'm just going to make this previous printer the default. Here we go. Now if I ever want to see what the printer is printing, you can see that I've got a little button here saying see what's printing, and when I click on it, it will bring up a pop-up and it would show me a list of any items that are in the print queue. If I want to change any of the properties, I can click on here, or I might want to add a printer. And that's what we're going to do first. So I'm going to click on Add a Printer, and then a wizard pops up. First of all, Windows 7 asks me, is it a local printer? And what this means is one that's normally connected by a wire directly to the computer. And these days it's via a USB. Or is it a computer on a network? So this particular laptop is connected on a home network, and on that home network I have a printer. So we're going to choose this one here. It's now searching on the network for any available printers. And this will keep searching until it's exhausted the search, but at the moment that's the printer that I want to do, so I'm then going to click Next. What now it's doing is talking to the printer, finding out its model, and it's finding out if it has an existing driver. On this occasion, Windows has detected that it does have a driver, so therefore I'm just going to use this current driver. But if you don't have a driver, often printers are provided with a CD or a DVD with a printer driver on, or Windows will often give me a list of manufacturers and printer models. And that's kept reasonably up to date these days, so you can just choose it automatically and it will download it off the internet. When you're happy with your selection of a printer driver, click Next. Remember, the printer driver is a bit of software that's installed on your computer that tells your computer how that particular printer works. I need to give it a name, so I'm going to call it Training Printer. Click Next. It's now finishing its installation of that printer, and then I've got the option of sharing it. Now, because this laptop's on a home network and yours could be on a corporate network, I could share this printer, and what it basically means is if my computer is switched on, other people will be able to see that printer if they search for it. And it also means that they can print to that printer. If you're not sure, it's probably safer just to say do not share this printer. And then click Next. You can choose whether you want it as the default printer, so I'm just going to uncheck this. And then you can also print a test page. This is something that we'd highly recommend, because then what will happen is you'll ensure that the printer driver is being printed correctly and highlight any errors that might pop up. And then click Finish. And there you can see my new training printer with a little icon next to it because it's available for sharing. If I want to change any of the properties, I can just right click on this printer and I can change the printer properties just by clicking here. Let's now think about what happens if I'm troubleshooting any problems. Well, of course I can come here and I can right click on here and see what's printing. Often there could be an error here, but another way is I could come to my Windows orb, go to the control panel, And you can see there's find and fix problems. So we're going to click on this. And then it's grouped into a number of different areas. And the one I'm interested in is the user printer. And if I click on this, Windows is now going to troubleshoot and help prevent printer problems. So I'm going to click Next. And it's now going to go through the computer and detect what problems are there. Now, of course, there are no problems in this example, and in the notes of this training course, you can actually see we give you examples of many different problems and how to troubleshoot them. What you would do is Windows would present you with a number of options and it would explore and help you in solving it. But we're going to close this now. And that's the end of this video. So what we've done is we've shown you how to add a printer, and we've also shown you how to troubleshoot a particular printer problem. And of course, with the supporting notes of this particular training course, there's some examples of typical problems you might face and how to solve them.